Meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki with your regional radio forecast.
A blend of clouds and sun this afternoon with a high of 63. South winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms likely. Lows level off around 54. Overcast skies. Tomorrow, scattered thunderstorms likely. Highs level off around 67.
Hear weather twice an hour or online anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com. Currently, it's 41.
When is the last time you considered your pet's oral health? Hi, this is Dr. Seuster at Covenant Animal Clinic in Clinton. A pet's dental health is vitally important to their overall health. Learn about our dental services by clicking the Covenant Animal Clinic icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
By leveraging sustainable carbon management solutions like Navigator CO2's Heartland Greenway, ethanol facilities can make substantial progress toward carbon reduction objectives. Learn more on how they're partnering with ethanol producers across the Corn Belt. Click their icon at IllinoisFarmRadio.com.
Life is uncertain. Stop in and see me, State Farm Agent Jason France, on the west side of the Clinton Square, or click our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com and see how our full lineup of State Farm insurance and financial services can help protect your family.
Local farm broadcaster Jared White covers the local agriculture news you need to know. Hear his reports by downloading the free WHOW mobile app.
This is Noah Atkinson, owner of Lincoln Printers and Sign Designs in Lincoln. Our communities thrive thanks to small businesses. That's why I'm pleased to be the exclusive sponsor of the WHOW WEZC Lincoln Printers Business of the Month.
Ed and Crystal Cecinas provide professional photography at EMC Photography, 106 West Main in Clinton, offering more than 35 years of shooting experience. Both Ed and Crystal give back by being involved in many nonprofit civic organizations, including the Clinton Chamber. They'll receive a $200 gift certificate good at Lincoln Printers and Sign Designs for being our WHOW WEZC Lincoln Printers Business of the Month. Nominate a business you'd like featured by emailing us at WHOW@randyradio.com.
Lincoln Printers and Sign Designs salute this local business for helping make the community grow. And when it comes to envelopes, wedding invitations, signs, banners, vinyl wraps, and more, find us online at LincolnPrintersInc.com.
Hear Clinton Maroon live play-by-play this season on WHOW, the big 1520 daytime, 92.3 FM in DeWitt County and 106.5 in Bloomington Normal all the time. Plus, streamed at DeWittDailyNews.com on the WHOW mobile app. Plus, hear a best of Clinton sports broadcast Saturday mornings at 10. All brought to you by Baum Chevy Buick, Clinton Community YMCA, Covenant Animal Clinic, and Jason France, your State Farm insurance agent in Clinton.
This Thursday's a big day in Clinton and DeWitt County. It's the annual Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce Business Expo from 4 till 7 this afternoon at Clinton Senior High. Celebrate Clinton Association, located in Clinton, is one of their exhibitors at this year's expo, and they want you to stop by to get details on their sponsoring the Clinton Fireworks July 5th, as well as Founders Day August 20th. That's all at the Celebrate Clinton Association booth at this Thursday's Clinton Chamber Business Expo from 4 till 7 at Clinton Senior High.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. My guests in studio today are from the CEO chapters. The Central Illinois CEO chapter facilitator is Melanie Brown. Good morning, Melanie.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming out. And Lisa Sheppard facilitates the Sangamon Valley CEO. Is it Sangamon Valley?
You are correct.
Okay.
You got it.
Yeah, I saw Okaw Valley yesterday for a baseball game yesterday in Sangamon Valley. Sorry. The Sangamon Valley CEO program. Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Sure. Thanks for coming out. Sorry for botching that, by the way.
Hey,
you've
got a lot.
it's a busy time for everybody, it feels like. And trade show for you all is coming right around the corner. That was the conversation with us before we got started. When is your trade show, Melanie?
It is May 2nd, and it is at the Hickory Point Mall.
And yours, Lisa?
We are May 4th, and we are in the lobby of the Seaver Center at Monticello High School this year.
Oh, nice. That's a good venue. That'll be perfect.
Yes.
Excellent. So what's trade show? What's this all about?
It is basically a culmination of everything the students have done throughout the year in CEO. The students first semester typically learn a lot of the business concepts, work on a group business together. And then second semester is like taking everything they've learned and applying it to their own individual business. They select what they want that business to be. And as early of January, begin creating the name, the logo, tagline, marketing, products or services. And we coach them through a business plan, talk about finances. And then the trade show is when all of that comes together. Some of them launch prior to trade show, but trade show is launch day for some students. And it's an opportunity for the community to come in, purchase their wares, their products, or their services, learn more about the program, and just really see what the students have done over the course of the year.
Sure. How are your students doing with this, Lisa?
They are doing great. We have our individual business work week, and we just had banker day. There are several steps and checkpoints along the way. It starts with our program and I believe yours too, a board pitch where they pitch for their grants. And then from there, it is banker day. And from banker day, we'll do a mock Shark Tank, getting them used to pitching in front of an audience that they don't know very well, and then culminates with trade show on May 4th. Our individual business work week is next week, where they'll have concentrated time every day to work on their individual business. And I always see huge leaps and bounds as to where they're at during that week.
Yeah, sure. Now, so businesses, for anyone that started a business, I am not among them, but they know you have to have, some startup money and all of those things. Melanie, tell us about where these students are getting startup money, if you will.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And that's one of the unique parts of this program. As I mentioned before, first semester, the students have a group business, and they are encouraged to make a profit of that group business. The money that they do make, then we try to recirculate back to the students' individual businesses. So as Lisa suggested or stated, that the students do a board pitch. So after they come up with their general idea, a very high level business plan is presented to the board early in second semester. And it says, here's my idea. Here's what I want to do with this idea, how I'm going to market it, sell it, create it. And this is how much money I'm requesting. CEO boards have the option of saying that students can get a grant, which is based off of the money that they create in their group business, or they can get a loan. Our CEO board does the option of giving them a grant. And once again, the amount of the grant is based off of the need, as well as how much money the group makes in their group business.
For sure. So when it comes to trade show, Lisa, for your students, they obviously present what they have created to the community. So what does that day look like? What's it all about from your perspective? How about that?
They do. It's an exciting culmination of the whole program. And each of the product-based businesses will have product there ready to sell. And each of the service-based businesses will have a place where you can sign up and actually solicit their services at trade show, as well as marketing themselves. And it's a great opportunity, and they know that every person who walks up to their booth is not in the market for their particular product. But one of the really neat pieces of CEO is that the networking piece and being able to talk with people about what you've done. And that translates to no matter where they go from here into the rest of their lives, is that they are going to have to talk about their business and talk about what they're doing within it. So that's just a great skill too. And it's an opportunity for the public just to come out and say, hey, what are you about? What's been great about your product? And the students really appreciate that. It's been neat every year that they talk about getting sales, but they also talk about, well, people were really invested in us as well. And it grows their confidence and grows what they can do in the future.
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of people probably wonder what happens after trade show with this student and their business. So Melanie, speak to that a little bit.
Well, we do encourage them, and we will offer support if they want to continue on with their businesses. Some of the students have, and others are going off to college and aren't able to make cupcakes or pretzels in their college dorm. And so their businesses may continue for the course of the summer. And then when they leave off to go off to college, they end them. It's completely up to them. Like I said, we will offer support in the sense of that, we can still mentor and coach them, use the network that they have created to help expand their business. We can also, our CEO board also offers loans if they need a loan throughout the summer months to continue to help fund and launch their business, which is something that they would be expected to pay back before they leave for college. And, then just using the social media platform that we have already created to help market them, which is free marketing.
For sure. Now, have you, Lisa, seen any of your students carry on their business into their college years, or maybe they, their business is so successful, college wasn't, an option and they just continued with it? What do you see there?
I actually have a really neat story that just happened. Milliken does a makers market as well. And it was neat in that one of my current students, Rose Talbert, RTE Tiaras, used that opportunity to launch her own individual business. So she's one that launched it there. But then another neat component of that is we had a student from last year who makes bracelets, Abby Lambert of Paramania, and she, on her own, unbeknownst to me, was back at the Milliken Makers Market, and
oh wow, cool.
Using her setup and her business cards and everything that she had done for last year, she's able to translate and connect in with other trade shows and keep selling. So
that's cool.
That was a really neat recent example of what they're doing with their individual business. Several others have used the program in their individual business to gain an internship, and several of mine that are in college make sure that they talk about, okay, I started an individual business in high school and this is what I did and this is how I budgeted it. And so it's a platform for them to get into the fields that they want to get into, whether it's that selling that thing or not.
It's that networking piece that we talk about a lot. Definitely. Melanie, success stories from your perspective.
Yes, we do have a student that was in our program last year. She made greeting cards and she utilized the network to continue this on. She's off at college, but one of the cool opportunities that she had was to create a card with a company logo on it. And that was when she was in the class. Well, other investors saw that and reached out to her over Christmas and said, we want a Christmas card created with our logo to send out to our customers or close affiliates. So she was able to be able to fulfill that need, that order, solve that problem for them. And she still has her Etsy store up, but it's a limited stock option at this point in time, just based off of her time. But she's continued to keep those relationships. And like Lisa said, it's not just about them continuing that business. It's utilizing that experience to propel them to other opportunities.
For sure.
And that's equally important.
What did I miss about trade show, ladies, you want to talk about?
Come out, support these students. Even if you're a little nervous or, I'm not really in the market for maybe what they're selling, just the support of the community and having a conversation with our students at their booths. The CEO program is such a broad level of business experience and a foundation for our students. So we would just love to see the communities come out and support our students.
And these kids are so polished. I think that's what folks are going to find is that these kids are, and if they would have done this in September, it would be very different from, this May. So how about that?
That is one of my most proud moments when you stand back at trade show and you see these students who didn't know each other at the beginning of the year. They gathered together first day of class and some of them barely spoke. One of my students who is thriving in her business right now, at the end of the first week, I just asked her to stay after class for a second because she had not spoke all week. I'm like, are you okay? Just wanted to build that relationship with her and gain her confidence. She has launched her own individual business and is doing remarkable. She's already signed up for a couple pop-up booths at other, little markets that are coming around. And to stand back and then watch her for 2 hours promote and sell her products and just show and demonstrate the soft skills as well as the business skills that she has learned over the course of the year. So much growth is being witnessed there. And I just think it's remarkable for not just teachers and not just the investors and mentors, but the communities to come in, because our goal is to help these students see how valuable the community is, to support the networking opportunities as well as economic and career opportunities.
Definitely. Melanie, when is your trade show?
Tuesday, May 2nd at Hickory Point Mall, 5 to 7 p.m.
And Lisa, yours?
Thursday, May 4th, in the lobby of the Monticello Seaver Center.
Very good. Again, that is Lisa Sheppard, facilitator for the Sangamon Valley CEO program, and Melanie Brown facilitates the Central Illinois CEO program. Our guests in studio. More to come with them on the morning show.
WHOW.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn steady, beans and wheat trading lower. May corn $6.53 up 2.5. July corn up 3/4, $6.31 1/4. September corn $5.80 up 3/4. May beans $14.73 down 4 1/4. July beans down 3 3/4, $14.47. August beans $14 1/4 down 2 1/4. May Chicago wheat $7.01 1/2 down 3 1/4. July wheat down 3, $7.13 1/4. September wheat $7.25 down 2 1/2. May bean meal $4.59.20, that's up $1. May bean oil down 43 cents, $54.95. Livestock market, March feeders $192.27 up 82 cents. April live cattle $166.20 up 37 cents. April lean hogs unchanged, 76.77. Energy market, May crude oil 73.27 up 30 cents. Jim Taylor, RFD.
Here's owner Dave Jackson from your Clinton Save a Lot on how inflation is affecting all of us.
I peg the inflation rate on groceries at 20, not 8.
20%.
20 at least. And that is just a massive, that's, tenfold what it was back. You have to go back to the 70s. So this is the worst inflation in my lifetime. They say since 1980. I'm going to go back farther than that.
Despite that, Dave still provides you selection and savings at your Clinton Save a Lot. Find out more by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Hope to see you soon.
There's nothing like hearing the songs you love on local radio with no subscriptions and no monthly fees. But there's a new bill in Congress that could stop the music. If passed, this bill would tax your local radio station simply to play the music you love. Text LOCAL to 52886 and ask Congress to support local radio stations. Help us keep you connected to the music, local news, weather, and traffic that you need each day. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show is streaming to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in studio today, Melanie Brown facilitates the Central Illinois CEO program, and Lisa Sheppard facilitates the Sangamon Valley CEO program. And we were talking in the break, ladies, about, finishing the year strong. And I'm sure we can all relate back to when we were in school and you get to kind of that April, and then obviously May hits, and it was probably me because you guys are like type A people, but it was probably just me. I checked out like way before that, but like definitely mid-April, I was checked out. So how do you keep your students engaged in this process? Lisa, I'll start with you.
I think a lot of it is transitioning to some site visits that are very engaging. Tomorrow we'll be at a stables where that's very engaging, but she also starts talking to them about real estate investment and some of the things that they need for the next chapter of their life. We'll be here in a couple of weeks, and so they'll be practicing their skills that they've learned and speaking on air. We're looking into a site visit at OSF Jump in Peoria. So seeing how the next step of life could translate for them. So that's a lot of it. And two, just kind of teaching them that we all have to show up whether we want to or not.
Exactly.
Like you may be checked out, but still engaging at that point, still showing up on time, still asking questions, and is part of it too.
Yeah, that mentality of do it even if you don't want to.
Yeah.
You know, it translates in so many other ways. So as you're making, Melanie, visits to other places, and you know, these kids have to balance, you know, trade show coming up and getting things finalized for their business. How are they balancing, you know, I can't spend this morning on this because we're going to be here, but maybe I could do this tomorrow. How are the kids, how do they handle that, you know, that overwhelming, you know, deadline, I guess?
Right. Well, I continue to offer what we call classroom days. We bookend our weeks on Mondays and Fridays with days that we meet, and that's where we review what the week is going to look like, write thank you notes to those sites that we visited, and then take care of any work that needs to be done. And when we do those, we do a daily stand-up, and that's where I utilize, you know, the accountability factor. Where are you in your business? What is stumping you, and what are your next 3 action steps that you need to do to get to your goal? I continue to talk to them about their goal and saying, you know, is it a number that you want to make, or is it a number of products that you're wanting to produce? We will do a trade show walkthrough, and one of the activities that we did last year together, Lisa came up with this idea of a mock trade show chopped style. So she brought random things from the household, and the students were paired up and given a table and given a certain amount of time to go to this random table of items and create a space, sell and market a product, and engage in conversation with, you know, these individuals who are coming up to purchase. And it was just a great opportunity for them to think about design and how do I display these things and how do then I market it, even if it is just, you know, this random thing from home. So we try to make it fun, but then start to help them to get this vision of what the finish line is going to look like. So it is a balance. Like Lisa said, you know, there are times the weather gets nicer, summer is coming, they're distracted with sports and wrapping up their school year, graduation, but really just asking them to continue to show up and produce the WHOW, which is what we asked the very first day of class. And that's one of Midland's or CEO's words and phrases. It's producing the WHOW. It's showing up and saying, oh my gosh, these kids are amazing. They are young professionals. I'm super impressed with them, whether it's their public speaking, their eye contact, shaking hands, dressing up, showing up on time, you know, being engaged, or just going through the motions. And so it's really just having them challenge themselves each and every day to produce the WHOW.
How difficult is it? You know, you're getting down to crunch time, and maybe there's students that aren't as maybe prepared or as ready. How hard is it not to step in and help them, because you don't want to see them fail? How about that, Lisa?
That is hard. And I think the harder part of it is, like, I wish we could do away with the grading piece of it, but how do you do that? But knowing that the intent of the program is life lessons, and every student is at a different place and has a different level of support in the background, and trying to back off where you can. And it is always hard on the facilitator side to know when you've backed off too much and when you need to engage a little bit. But we do our best to try to just monitor the situation. And then I think a lot of it is what Melanie just said, is that we provide the structure of what are you doing next, and what is hard for you, and kind of keeping them on their toes too, and giving them some accountability in that.
Melanie, how about you? You know, jumping in where maybe you probably shouldn't, or you know you shouldn't. How about that?
I feel like it's parenting in a way.
That's how I'm
learning, like learning to listen and really hear what the students' obstacles are. You know, and then helping them to step back and engage. Okay, is this really the main goal right here? Because in life, we have to create policies, we have to create boundaries, we have to really think about the order in which we do things and where we're wanting to go. And so I think that this is just really a great life lesson. It isn't about the dollar. It isn't about the business launch, even though that is a wonderful part of it. The program is to help them to develop into a hardworking, trustworthy, motivated young adult. And when you step back and you can say, oh my gosh, look at the growth, that's where we really have to focus and just magnify that part as instead of the, oh, what they're not doing, because none of us are going to thrive that way.
And this isn't life or death for them.
No,
You know,
it's
it is a big responsibility.
It's a huge responsibility.
But at the end of the day, this isn't life or death for them.
And we tell them at the beginning of January, select a business that's a side hustle. Recognize you're a student first. You have a social life. You know, you're 16, 17, 18-year-old. You have a part-time job. You're in sports. There, a lot of them are in clubs and other organizations. And so we have to check ourselves too, because we want, you know, the big thing for them, but recognizing that this is a side hustle. So
yeah, sure. Let's wrap it up with this, ladies. Trade shows come up in May. Melanie, yours.
Tuesday, May 2nd at Hickory Point Mall from 5 to 7 p.m.
And Lisa, yours?
Thursday, May 4th in the lobby of the Seaver Center at Monticello High School, 5 to 7 p.m.
And how do folks learn about your chapter of CEO?
SangamonValleyCEO.com is all our general information or how to invest. Our Facebook page, Sangamon Valley CEO, is your best day-to-day update.
And Melanie, yours?
CentralIllinoisCEO.com or Central Isle CEO on Facebook and Instagram.
Ladies, excellent stuff. Thanks for doing this with us today.
you.
Melanie Brown is the facilitator for the Central Illinois CEO program, and Lisa Sheppard facilitates the Sangamon Valley CEO program on WHOW. Network news on the way.
WHOW.
The Big 1520 WHOW Clinton, 92.3 FM, W222.